My name is Elizabeth, and my life was forever altered when I stumbled upon the abandoned St. Agnes Church nestled deep within the heart of the dense forest that bordered our town. It was a place forgotten by time, a relic of centuries past, shrouded in mystery and darkness. Little did I know that my curiosity would lead me down a path of unspeakable terror. The church was a towering, Gothic structure, its spires reaching for the heavens as if in a desperate bid for salvation. It had stood in solitude for centuries, its once vibrant congregation now mere whispers in the annals of history. My fascination with the church began innocently enough. One day, while hiking through the forest, I stumbled upon its overgrown path. The ancient oaks seemed to bow in reverence to the forgotten sanctum, and the air was thick with an otherworldly stillness. The church's heavy wooden doors creaked open as I cautiously stepped inside, my footsteps echoing through the empty nave. Dust motes danced in the pale sunlight that filtered through the broken stained glass windows, casting eerie, multicolored shadows upon the stone floor. As I wandered through the desolate church, I couldn't help but feel a strange connection to its history. The crumbling pews, the faded frescoes, and the decaying altar all spoke of a time when this place had been a beacon of faith and devotion. Now, it lay forgotten, swallowed by the relentless march of time. It was on my third visit to the church that I first heard the whispers, a chorus of hushed, haunting voices that seemed to emanate from the very stones themselves. The language was ancient, long forgotten by the world, and yet it filled the air with an eerie, reverberating power. The whispers seemed to beckon me, drawing me deeper into the church's dark secrets. I couldn't resist their allure, their haunting beauty, and so I returned to the church time and time again, each visit pulling me further into their mysterious depths. With each visit, the whispers grew louder, their words taking on an urgent, almost desperate tone. It was as if the very walls of the church were trying to communicate with me, to reveal some long-buried truth. I became obsessed with deciphering the ancient language, spending hours poring over dusty books and scrolls in the town's library. I consulted with experts in linguistics and history, but none could identify the language or its meaning. It was as if the whispers were a cryptic code, a puzzle that defied comprehension. My obsession began to take a toll on my life. I withdrew from friends and family, my every waking moment consumed by the need to uncover the truth behind the whispers. I could feel their pull, their relentless call, drawing me deeper into the church's dark embrace. One fateful night, as the moon hung low in the sky, I entered the church with a sense of trepidation. The whispers were louder than ever, their words a cacophony of urgency and despair. I could no longer resist their call, and I found myself standing before the decaying altar, my heart pounding in my chest. It was then that I heard a voice, an ethereal, disembodied voice that spoke directly into my mind. It was a voice of sorrow and longing, a voice that seemed to have transcended time itself. It spoke of a forgotten ritual, a ritual that held the power to reveal the church's darkest secrets. With trembling hands, I followed the voice's instructions, lighting the candles that lined the altar and arranging them in a specific pattern. The whispers grew louder, their intensity building with each passing moment. As I completed the ritual, a blinding light filled the church, and I felt a surge of energy coursing through my body. I could see visions, horrifying, nightmarish visions, of the church's dark history. I saw the faces of the forgotten congregation, their eyes filled with fear and desperation as they performed unspeakable acts in the name of a malevolent entity. I saw the church's transformation from a place of worship to a place of darkness, a place where the boundaries between the physical and spiritual worlds had been shattered. The whispers had been the cries of tormented souls, trapped within the church's walls for centuries, their voices a haunting lament. As the visions overwhelmed me, I realized that I had unleashed a malevolent force, one that hungered for release, one that would stop at nothing to break free from its prison. The church's ancient stones seemed to tremble with a dark and terrible power, and I knew that I had unleashed a force beyond my control. In a desperate bid to contain the malevolent entity, I recited a counter-ritual, using the very words of the whispers to seal the church once more. The room grew cold, and I could feel the entity's anger and frustration, its power waning as the ritual took hold. With a final, resounding cry, The entity was banished, and the whispers fell silent. The church was once again a place of stillness and solitude, its secrets locked away for eternity. I left the church, my body weary and my mind scarred by the horrors I had witnessed. I knew that I could never return, that the church's dark secrets were too dangerous to be unearthed. It had been a place of darkness and despair, a place where the past and the present converged in haunting and chilling ways. As I walked away from the church, I couldn't help but wonder about the countless other forgotten places in the world, places that held secrets too dark to be revealed. The supernatural, it seemed, was a realm of endless mysteries, a world where curiosity could lead to unspeakable horrors and where some secrets were best left buried in the depths of history.